All right, how you guys doing? We're getting into another top 8 match here, KGP versus Mlarcin. These two both playing quite hot today. Let's see who comes out on top.
Yeah, this will actually be a rematch from these two playing on Monday night at Fusion. These two played for a top 6 qualifier at that point. KGP lost, losing it 2-1. This time, instead of starting the Cloud like they would, but we may see the Incineroar come out, who had success previously, but with how KGP's Cloud has been playing, it's hard to say. It's hard to say them switching off of this of Mr. Strife. Down.
Oh, that slight overshoot saving Mlarcin's hands right there. Great tomahawk up smash. Wonderful stuff. Love a little empty hop action.
The mix-up as well, because I mean, KGP is one of those Clouds that is very willing to, despite the frame 9 grab, still willing to go for it. Missed the tech. Oh, but back air up B. Your Cloud is still alive.
Oh, no, my God, no way!
Drift? Not enough.
No way!
What a play!
Smart.
What
Oh
a play!
My God.
I can recover or I can kill you,
Yeah.
and I am choosing the latter. What a move from KGP.
KGP is like, if I don't suicide up B here, I'm not still a stock up. Thinking. Oh, almost got knocked into the stage there. That would have been a strange tech to hit. Thankfully, doesn't buffer anything as a result of it.
I wonder if some of these early uppies are either in anticipation, or if they're, hold that thought. Oh, but just missing the forward
fair
air.
just completely whiffing that. That looked a little strange.
There
Wow,
it is.
Nice jump side B.
That's what I think some of those other climb hazards were intended to be, like a jumping and with the anti-air slash.
Gotcha. Yeah, that would make a lot of sense.
Trying to hold jab, expecting the dash in from Mythra. Still another jump side B. Getting by with the swap, but man, like Mlarcin is...
That's something KGP used something that I feel like I don't see any Clouds do in this game, and it's so much easier to do because you have limit on your screen. If you're rising, when you finish getting limit, Cloud gets a boost. And KGP used it to approach in the air there and try to apply pressure, and I thought that was really smart.
Also, insanely smart moment earlier on the cross-slash hitting shield. Mlarcin spot dodged the 3rd hit and the down tilt clank with the 4th, but dash attack is able to close out the stock. But I think that was an amazing counterplay from Mlarcin earlier, where you can clank with the 4th hit and then do plus because your lighter move is clank with a heavier one.
Yeah.
Either way, though, KGP, off of that amazing early play, was able just to maintain a lead and play to that lead up until the very end, where Cloud's raw hit kill power won out in the end.
Yeah, absolutely. And something really cool, Mlarcin demonstrating just good cross-slash counterplay in general, too, because we saw him do it with Foresight earlier.
Right.
Yeah. So it seems like something that is a consistent present choice. We love to see that.
Understandable for a move that can be as ever present in the neutral game for Cloud. I mean, you see like it's a super consistent block string of landing bear, start of cross slash, 1-2. If it doesn't hit, I can stagger it or I can just dip.
Yep.
So super good to see Mlarcin open up with some proper counterplay and force KGP to get creative, which he certainly got.
Getting into this game 2 now. These two keeping a more considerable distance away from each other than they were at the start of the last game. Mlarcin starting to get away with a lot, but does get punished for that up B onto the platform. Manages to escape disadvantage quite comfortably. Very good confirm. We love to see people actually hit confirm their tilts like that. No jump on the end of Pyra. Oh, it could have been over.
I think that's KGP getting a little bit too lost in the sauce, I suppose. As like, I want to land this spike and be over, but all he needed was another back air there, and now he's stuck at ledge. Now he's forced to roll and losing that first stock because of it. That's a huge swingy moment and something that he'll have to come back from. Another down air, but a little bit too late.
Ooh, gets away with that up B onto the stage for free. That's a little unfortunate, but KGP not going to let it shake him up too much.
And just these down air placements, I wonder if it'll be more. Oh, it's definitely fortuitous to anti-air call out with that up smash, seeing the drift in from Mlarcin. But I almost want to see some of these down air placements be like run off, double jump back on in order to get the sword to hit lower and deeper into the stage.
Yeah, absolutely understandable. And also maybe escape that first hit of Mythra up B, right? Because it's so massive.
Yeah.
And it kind of just scoops right through the stage.
That was super good from Mlarcin, getting the turnaround, and getting by the climb hazard.
Good stuff. Good presence, too. Not getting too scared after those interactions. Mlarcin keeping the pressure up. Big F tilt. Really just getting some amazing ledge traps going here. This forward air is not able to connect. Actually looks for the down tilt instead. Not forward air. KGP finding his way back in center stage, and a positive situation. Doesn't find the down air. Prominence. You hear Prominence Revolt. I hear Power Geyser.
Oh, wow.
Cringe!
Placing end, just lasting on the ledge. And as low as Cloud gets to that, close to that stage, still doesn't snap.
Yeah, very unfortunate stuff. A classic Cloud scenario, just getting light tapped on your way up there and not up being in time. But I wonder if it was a result of hit stun. I wonder if he even could have up being in time.
Oh, maybe. I mean, either way, KGP moving on from that scenario, has the limit and saving it with the air dodge. Gotta be careful with some of these double jump ons, but still looking to use this limit, but Mlarcin jumps out of it. Mlarcin's been doing such a good job at managing Mythra's speed and getting around KGP, who has been really wanting to find hard punishes like that back air. Good job on KGP just to see the scenario and not overcomplicate it in that moment.
Yeah, just taking things slowly, realizing he can kind of start to bring this game back as long as he takes his time. But Mlarcin not looking to let that happen. Just kind of poking and prodding, finding these interactions that really matter.
Spacing back air into the immediate F tilt. Oh, the downer hit that low! Looking for it again.
Nice dash attack. That was honestly huge. This is going to be a big scenario for KGP. He needs to make a lot out of this one.
Yeah, Mlarcin was able to jump that entire time. Another dash attack as the spot dodge gets him through. This is so even, and another one.
Ooh, Mlarcin. I like the idea to challenge Cloud dash attack with Pyra dash attack head on. Unfortunately, not working out just in terms of the timing there. Wow, he made it through it? Get the hell out of here.
I wanted the cross slash. Oh, it hit shield. You should be fine from this stock recovery high. No, just snaps the ledge with the early part of climb hazard. You're in a tough spot. Dash next again. Oh! That up air was so good, and even with great DI from KGP, just couldn't survive that up air. What an insane, not only is that up air, because it covers not only jump, but starts low enough to hit Cloud in shield regardless.
Yeah, absolutely. And I like the adjustment there. I got a little bit nervous when Mlarcin had swung that second F tilt after whiffing that one right there. But, you know, immediately recognizing, like, okay, KGP is getting away from a lot of my stuff by jumping. Let me put out that aerial pressure, cover the space. I think this is going to be the one that works.
All right, in a best-of-5 set, trying out the Incineroar now that he had his counter pick available and going to Smashville. It's an interesting theorem that you can have with this character who's so good in close quarters that you can, if you have your free counter pick on a small stage like this, you're negating, not completely negating, but mitigating one of Incineroar's greatest weaknesses.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be really scary, too, for a character like Mythra, who, I mean, she can only space out Incineroar to a fault, really, right? Like, when you start landing, naring, and looking for stuff like that, or even when Incineroar just finds a lead on you, your ability to camp him out no longer is present.
Good high up B and the rising nair from jump. Just closing out this stock is going to be easier said than done, but that's, I believe, no double jump.
Ooh, good drift there from Mlarcin. Very, very good recovery. Is able to make it back once again. Settles for the Chroma Dust instead of the Ray of Punishment.
Yeah, that's huge, because now with that missed tech, KGP is behind the 8-ball. Not for long with that back air, immediately punishing forward tilt.
You know, it's a bad whiff. You got to be careful there. It's completely understandable, though. Just KGP was really good to get in there on time. Wow. Okay.
And this is Oh, just a back throw. Instead of a down throw into up airs using the platform. He's looking for edge guards, and I can respect that mentality as he powers through some of Pyro's crazy aerials.
Yeah. I feel like KGP is looking a little bit too hard for the final gotcha off the map though, and isn't just settling for. I feel like as Incineroar, you can just continue to dare Pyra Mythra, and you'll be fine. You don't have to look for that downer to settle things, if you will.
Yeah, all he needs is one of those lingering hits, but one of those grabs with this much rage.
Passive.
Yeah, gone.
112, baby. To the day I fucking die.
Another dash, that great fastball from KGP to avoid that. Mlarcin has picked a lot of really good spots, but in a long set, KGP can start to adapt. Oh, great DI mix-up with that forward air. Mlarcin needing this stock to close out, pressing with down tilt. Good grab.
Nice, yeah. His reactions to these down tilts at the ledge, or what the response to the down tilts are, has been really good so far. Lets KGP get away with that roll, but covers it immediately after, so it isn't too big a deal. That jab missing is going to be a bit of an issue, but KGP unfortunately just whiffs the last couple punishes.
That one could have been a nair out of shield and a reset. That was a nair off stage, but wasn't sending out, instead sending closer to the stage, allowing Mlarcin to make a bit of a comeback here. Another grab.
That nair was way too overcommittal. Got to be careful here.
Trying to fall with a nair here. These jumps, these full hops are getting a little bit dangerous. Another nair keeps him alive. This is getting tense. Ooh, I thought that was going to be a stage spike.
Wow, that was great use of the back hit down there, recognizing that KGP was probably going to look for a parry or something along those lines. And again, just recognizing how often he's committing to these aerial approaches. That's going to be it. That's actually just game.
Yeah.
That's good stuff by KGP. Unfortunate mistech by Mlarcin, but regardless, a good comeback.
Yeah, able to delay for so long. I mean, Mlarcin committed to the Prominence Revolt super early as an edge guard, but the armor on the rising hit of cross chop and the fact that KGP delayed it until the Flame Nova started to come out meant he powered through it and burned all of Mlarcin's resources in one fell swoop.
That's really scary stuff. You got to be careful about those. I understand why it's easy to look for that neutral B as Pyra, but a character like Incineroar with super armor on that up B is just going to make it so much riskier.
Yeah. I really like this play from a character dynamic from KGP. He sees that he can go to Smashville, goes Incineroar, plays the game out, wins that game, and then swaps back to Cloud on Mlarcin's counterpick where it'll be a lot more even.
Yeah, exactly. Never let him know your next move, right?
Never let him know. But still, stuck on ledge is not a place you want to be. I'm surprised that Mlarcin didn't confirm into the Lightning Buster as they did before, instead choosing to go into up airs. Still finding a lead and finding plenty of damage nonetheless.
Doesn't confirm off that downer, but is responding really well to what KGP's reactions are after, say, the whiff or a connection and a failure. Mlarcin really cleaning things up here, looking to bring this to a game 5. That was a great pivot cancel down tilt. Not a lot of people will recognize it, but that stuff gives you a lot of extra range on down tilts. Particularly Joker and Cloud have incredibly good ones.
Yeah, on top of the slide being already super good, as didn't have enough time to charge limit and acknowledge that, taking the stock in peace. That's a tough one. A super tough start off the bat for KGP, and Mlarcin really has a good sense of how this Cloud moves and is following through on it very well.
Big side B out of disadvantage there. Not the expected response, but it works out quite well. Isn't able to seal things out at the ledge there, but beautiful parry on the Chroma Dust, runs right into position and starts charging. Mlarcin a little bit too obvious with the drift there.
Yeah, the change-up between Ray of Punishment and Chroma Dust not beneficial, though the Blade Beam does net KGP some space, so I guess it did its job. Oh, that grab. Not allowing KGP to empty hop. Super clean stuff from Mlarcin. In fact, his reactions to some of the offense that KGP has been putting out in Game 2 as Beyond has been so good.
Yeah. Ooh. Big spot here for Mlarcin. Unfortunately, down tilt's the wrong way, and KGP is going to make the most of that. This is looking like a precarious scenario, but does actually manage to get the Chroma Dust off that time.
Trying to juggle, but Mlarcin doing a good job of trying to wait out this limit, using Mythra's insane speed in general. But another Blade Beam gets KGP back on stage.
Oh, that jump up B is so unfortunate. I don't know if it was an up B out of shield or a side B out of shield, but regardless, that's not what you want to see. KGP not able to make these ledge situations work, and Mlarcin's now claiming center stage for it, recognizing that he's getting away with a lot for free. That side B gonna seal things out. 72 not too difficult for Cloud to take care of, but regardless, this is not a scenario you want to be in as KGP.
Not in the slightest. So going for a down air is an attempt to mix it up, but these spot dodges from Mlarcin have been so good. Down tilt's out of that pressure. Just unable to find so many of these back airs, and KGP is like really struggling to get around the fact that Mlarcin is prepared to start spot dodging Cloud Bear and punish.
Drifting it a little bit too much here. I understand the hesitance to reset to the ledge, but KGP has now taken 104 for his lack of willingness to do so, almost dying to that up air. Oh, beautiful stuff from Mlarcin there. That was great presence of mind, knowing that he was able to foresight that for free.
It's a forward air. You need this edge guard if you want to make a comeback, but oh, that could have been an up smash maybe, but not pulling the trigger. Instead, trying to keep it safe, but this game is just getting out of hand further and further, and there it goes. Oh, saved.
Back. Oh, and that downer is not going to seal things up quite yet. KGP going to have to do a little bit more to finish this one off. Oh, yeah, that's a big move. That's a big move. That's a funny move.
Big
what if I put a wheel there and it started spinning?
And it was on fire. Now we're having fun.
It's very interesting because it's like I don't know what convinced them. You know what? It's better than just adding Jetta Wheel to the game, but I want to know what convinced them to put Jetta Wheel that kills you into the game. That was an intriguing decision.
So the Xenoblade Chronicles guy looked at Sakurai and said, "This character better be good or else I'm a riot."
Yeah. We saw the same thing for like every DLC 2 character. Literally every single one of them is like, Sakurai got held at gunpoint by the developer of that series. And it was like, they better be good. Yeah. You want to live, right? You want your kneecaps, right?
Oh, FD's the pick with the Final Fantasy music as a counterplay. Nova.
There's a good pick for Game 5 set. Big water sippy, intense.
First Game 5 of the top 8. This is got some good tunes to go with it.
Yeah, these two are playing hot right now.
Oh, and he goes Incineroar.
Ooh. I like the choice for FD, especially. Yeah. It's like you can really milk those interactions with Pyra Mythra, but he's gonna have to. I think the difficult thing that a lot of people don't talk about enough, because everyone just talks about hating FD or loving FD, but they very rarely talk about the qualities of FD that make it a positive or negative map for you to pick in the moment. And as a character that's a grappler like Incineroar, it can be really nice to cut off those options and get that big reward with no platforms when you find your grabs. But for a neutral reliant character like Pyra Mythra, you have to keep in mind that it's so easy for them to just keep playing the neutral. You don't have those mix-ups of landing on the platform before you land on them, or landing above them, especially when it comes to landing against Mythra. It can get really difficult, as we're seeing here right now.
Yeah, and that's exactly the type of punishes that Mlarcin has been finding. An attempted mix-up, but I mean, that's a huge whiff, and it gives KGP at the very least a little bit of damage and climbing, trying to bait out an air dodge, but Mlarcin is safe enough to keep the pressure going. This is now a max rage cat. He's coming.
Oh, he is coming. Wow, massive up air there. That was really smart from Mlarcin to cover that space.
Insanely good counter poke. Oh, doesn't get the second hit, so the third one didn't shield poke. That's super unfortunate. Good call out with the up air, though. Needs this stock shortly, but air to airs. Oh, the neutral air comes out in time.
That up B off the ledge gonna do a lot of favors for Mlarcin. Kind of hard for a contact character to deal with that.
153 now. Great tech.
Yep.
Oh, I thought maybe the sweet spot of up air there could have taken the stock, but went for forward air instead. Dash attack comes through, and only 30. They played that really well.
KGP able to make a lot work. I love these down tilt turnaround neutral Bs from Mlarcin. It's a really good way to ensure that you actually get full reward off yourself. That's such an unfortunate buffered air dodge, but KGP can make this work. He just needs to not get in his head too much about what just happened.
Counter hitting with the fair that time, looking for it all with that grab, but Mythra can just do Mythra can play the dash back game so well, and Incineroar just kind of has to hold that.
Yeah, we see KGP kind of overcommitting to these neutral approaches right now, maybe not comfortable with the situation at hand, realize he has a lot to get done here. Yeah, looking for these very big options, just trying to kill as fast as possible. Mlarcin's not having it.
No, not at all. These edge guards are just getting stuffed out by the starting hitbox of Mythra up B. Another one, and the up smash. Very good call from KGP to not even let Mythra land and deal with the limited end lag. Still, it's a lot of rage, but you have to deal with Pyra now.
Oh, this is going to be a scary scenario for both players. I'm not even going to hold you. Oh, big forward air grab there. Finds another forward air. Almost gets the jump read. Unfortunate stuff. KGP playing that really well until the point of the SD. Regardless, both players making great adjustments. Good stuff to Mlarcin, moving on in this top 8 to loser semis, correct?
Yeah. Our top 4 is set. And man, what a set that was. I mean, Game 5, we saw the swap, the excellent play between both of KGP's characters. The Cloud coming in clutch as a starter, but the Incineroar being such a perfect mix-up. And if not for if not for an SD, we're looking at a completely different game.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just the adjustments that he was able to make, up smashing when he was above, almost finding these call-outs, but I mean, the movement on Mlarcin's part was just enough. The hurtbox shifting, putting themselves in this right position, and taking advantage of Incineroar's greatest flaw on a wide stage like that. It was almost KGP's own undoing.
Yeah, absolutely. Great stuff to both of them, and we're going to be continuing top 8 in a moment.